Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Ascent devlog. And in this video, I'm going to be going over a major part of my game. And so for the start of this episode, I'm sitting by this lovely little campfire that I forgot to add sounds for. But that's none the matter because that's not even related to what we're dealing with here. Anyway, I actually think this is so important that I'm literally just going to show you a little playtest preview just to kind of grab your attention and give you like an idea of what we're working with here. What you are seeing here is the Antlewild, and this is a path section to all of the rooms in Ascent. I'm going to explain path sections in another video because that has to do with room generation. And a big part of Ascent is the fact that you get to choose your own path. And this is one of the many paths that you can take, and it'll lead you to rooms like this. This specific one, I'm just going to call it Cabin in the Woods because, I mean, that's precisely what it is. You can tell, like, there's a bunch of gnarly trees everywhere, and I'm actually running this in run mode right now just to kind of, like, give you a feel of what they look like. But just to showcase this off, I'm going to stop that real quick. Okay, with a little troubleshooting out of the way, we're back to this. So, yeah, it's honestly kind of not as cool when it's not in the dark, but you also kind of can't see anything. These gnarly looking trees right here you're seeing are Alkwood trees. They're just very sharp and glowy, and a big part of them is the fact that they have glowing wood. And just for lore reasons, I'm going to explain to you how that kind of works. So all of the green flames that you are seeing here is due to burning Alkwood. Alkwood itself is not hot, but like, you know, burning it instead causes flames to turn green. And now it's not like a copper thing, it's just, I don't know. I'm not gonna say magic, but And if you've seen my fire video, I did talk about a different type of fire, and that's exactly what this is. So, the elk fire is what it's called, is completely different to regular fire. I have a totally separate area that's literally just like a burned down section of the forest, and you can kind of see that all of this is like different green flames and everything. And I'll do like a quick playtest to kind of show you the green burningness. So this is the burning forest, like in engine. You know, green fire, ashes, stuff going everywhere. So the green fire, it works basically similar. It just has like a different overlay and effects. Ignore like the red UI and the health bar up here. Roblox just likes to break my hide health scripts, and those are both tied to the GUIs of the Roblox health bar. So, but I've got my own damage and health GUI, so I don't need those. I guess it doesn't really matter though. Not now. But green flames aren't much different, you know, placeholder, obviously we're gonna have different stuff here. And of course, you know, your character burning will also be green, because, you know, it has to make sense. Oh no, green fire, and now he's dead. Anyway, the Antlewild does have some big lore ties to, you know, the main Ascent facility. I'm not gonna get too much into that because that's what the game is for. But the Antlewild section belongs to, well, the Antlewild. And I'm gonna put some concepts on the screen just so you can, like, get the idea of, you know, the elkwood and all that. And just like my main inspiration, which actually comes from Outer Wilds Echoes of the Eye DLC. Just the amount of fear that DLC instills is still haunting to this day, but it's so different, and I just really like the wooden builds that they had in that game, and also just like the green fire. Super cool. So I thought I might incorporate, you know, my own lore surrounding somewhat of that. And of course, I mean, we have the Antlewild models here. This is not like all of them, it's just the ones that I have now, but they are like really nice. Super proud of this bed, by the way, and the bookshelf. I mean, I can't believe I didn't make books up until the part where I was working on the Antlewild. But you can tell that their furniture is built mostly out of wood and like antlers, which I think is, you know, super cool concept for a like a culture. And obviously, reoccurring symbol, you have the Cree Clover, which not gonna talk too much about here, because that's super important. Remember this symbol. Remember it. Remember this symbol. It's important. Anyway, one of the main things to remember is when you go down the Antlewild path in-game, it will give you a unique ending, aside from the facility ending. There are, like, the path you take, and I'm going to talk about this again in the room generation video, but the path that you take through the game is going to give you a different ending, and let me just say the ending for this one is quite spectacular, at least in my opinion. Maybe it'll suck for you. Yeah, just a matter of opinion. Horror is a big aspect of this game, and I wanted some parts to definitely be, like, quite a lot scarier than regular. I mean, you have, like, the big facility buildings, and then you get to, like, one of these areas, and then just spooky, man. Spooky. Just emptiness. It's like a ruins of a forgotten civilization sort of thing. It's also kind of tied to the fact that I did want outside areas, kind of like, you know, the garden indoors or the outdoor or whatever it's called. So, you know, just having, like, trees and stuff. And I don't think this is going to be the only outside area. Like, I'd love to make more of like a foresty type of thing with different trees and whatnot. But overall, spooky and rustic was the vibe that I was going for. And I'm going to throw another concept up on screen. I had the idea for, like, haunted rooms and stuff. And I think bringing haunted rooms into like this type of area is going to be probably the smartest idea, considering like how spooky it is. I gotta say that this area has like completely changed its perspective from like its original concept. And the concept was to just be like a small area that you found in caves right here. Like this is the original build I had for it. You would just like walk in and then just find a bit of cabin sticking out of cave, which honestly did not make much sense. I'm gonna be honest. You would just kind of like find a cabin in the cave and it's like, okay. And then the idea was it would actually lead you outside. But I think just having um, the cave open up into the outside is just way better. I have some pretty big plans for this area, but they're gonna have to wait just for now. But that's all I got for this devlog, so if you like this type of content, subscribe for more. But in the meantime, stay crazy everyone, and I'll see you next time.